Hello everybody, I am so excited to be filming and posting today. So today's video, I finally got everything from my Ulta haul. It took a lot longer than I thought it was supposed to. It's all here now so we can actually like test things out. Let's go ahead and get started. I am so excited. I just put all of my products in this little box right here. So it's mostly new makeup. There will be some makeup that is not new, that just because I don't have enough new makeup for a full face of makeup. When I was getting everything out, I found like some of my newer products from different categories to try out, just because, like I said, don't have enough in everything. The primer I grabbed to use, it is this one from I think it's Your Skincare, but they do also have like a few makeup products like this primer. It is their Velvet Veil Primer. And so it just has like some good skincare ingredients in it. And I actually really enjoy this primer and what it does to my skin. And it's been a minute since I've used this one. So here's what that primer looks like on. It doesn't really do like, it's not like too mattifying. It's not too glowy. I have two new foundations. I don't know which one I want to try first. I have the REM Beauty Sweetener Foundation. I got this in the shade Fair NG. And then also the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation. And I got this one in Very Light Neutral. So I don't know which one. Let me pull both of them out of their packaging. So here's what they both look like. They're both pumps. So I think I'm just going to do like a little tiny pump of each on the back of my hand just to kind of see. Oh, perfect. So here's the Polite Society. That looks really yellow. That does not look very neutral. That looks so yellow. Ooh, this one might have to be exchanged for a different shade. Because, yeah, I just feel like this is so yellow. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that's the right shade for me. Oh no, I think it's too yellow, which is very upsetting. Okay, let's do the Rare Beauty, or not the Rare, the REM Beauty. And it might just be a default. This is not nearly as yellow. And both of these are like a neutral, supposed to be neutral undertones. So here is the REM. Like, I don't know, that one's still a little bit yellow. Maybe I should have gone with like a cool tone. I just put in like my foundations that I feel like have been good shade matches for me in the past. And these are the ones that they gave me, and it's never been this bad. Like this one's more orange than this one. Ooh, I don't know which one to go with, because they both look like they're gonna be too warm on my skin. Maybe once I blend them out more, they'll match better. Which one should I do? I think I'm gonna do the Polite Society because it seemed like it was a little bit less full coverage than the REM. And then I also got a new foundation brush. Don't follow my example. Wash your brushes before you use them, but I didn't want to do that. So here is, oh, it's a triangle tip. I'm so excited to use this. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, I was already excited, but now I'm like even more excited, and this feels so soft. I'm gonna go with this one because it seemed like it was maybe a little bit more of a, not quite as full coverage, like more of like a light to medium coverage. So I'm gonna start with just one pump. I also wonder if I need to shake it. That might be it too. Okay, let's just do like a half a pump with it shaken up. Yeah, that like thickened it up quite a bit. Just shaking it like that. You can tell where like which pump was which, just based off of the consistency. Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm trying to use my computer because I've got it behind me so I can see what I'm filming, and it just is not working. So we're gonna pull out the mirror. Oh yeah, this is like way too yellow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, shade match, not great. I'm gonna still like finish using it today, and then I'll probably go exchange it. I feel like it's like sticking really well in some places, and then in other places it's like not staying at all. And I don't know if that's just the brush, the primer, or the foundation. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, like right through here in my cheeks, it's like really not sticking hardly at all, but like around my mouth it's stuck really well, and like right here. And if I had read the back of the bottle does say to shake it well. I just didn't read that. So, but yeah, no, this is just way, way too yellow for my skin tone. I feel like this side, it's stuck better to like my cheeks and stuff than this side. So I don't know what that's about, but it looks like I'm going on a field trip after picking my children up today to go exchange this. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my face is so yellow. I might not be able to look at myself in the camera until I get that fixed, because that's just so bad. I don't know if I'm gonna call this foundation, like, obviously it's obviously not a win for the shade. Very, very, very clearly. But just even like the way it's laying on my primer, which like this is a primer I've used with pretty much all of my foundations and I've never had a problem with it, which is why I was like, we'll grab this one. It should be fine. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So then for concealers, I also got two concealers. I got the Tirtir Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer. So this one is 2. It's got a bullet on one side and then a liquid on the other side. And I also got the Morphe Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer. So Morphe, I got Ivory 3N. And then Tirtir, I got 2C. I think I'm gonna go with the Tirtir just in hopes that it will like kind of balance out some of the yellowiness from the foundation. So here is what Tirtir looks like. So like I said, this end is a bullet concealer. This end is a liquid concealer. I am really enjoying this brush. I'm just gonna take it with the brush and just like that. You can see it on there. Yeah, it's really nice for like getting into those under eyes because of that triangle point. Is it doing anything to cancel that yellow out? I can't decide. I don't know. I'm gonna have to use this again after when I have like either no foundation on or a foundation that actually matches my skin tone, because look at this difference. Like the yellow is just so crazy to me right now. I can't take myself seriously. I don't know if that actually did anything and helped even out the skin tone just a little bit. I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna come back and review that, try that again in a different video with a foundation that's actually my shade. I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty bronzing stick just because I'm so close to being done with this. There's hardly anything left in this. So we're gonna go in with it. And I'm just gonna go back in with the same brush to just blend it all out. Yeah, that blended out so nicely. This bronzer did? Okay. Let's see if this side blends out nicely, because this side I got a little bit more than I meant to. It's not quite as bad now that I've got my bronzer on, but it's still definitely not great. For blush, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This one is in the shade Dusty Rose. As you can tell, like it's got like the hole in it, so like I've used this one quite a bit. It is one that I quite enjoy. And then for the highlight, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo highlight. And this one's in the shade Halo Goodbye. And like you really do need the tiniest amount. Like this might be too much blush that I just put on, but we'll see. There's the blush on that side. Okay. So blush is done, and then highlight. I also do scrape that off. That's too much. Just a touch there, there, there. And then the cupid's bow of my lip. Now I'm going to go in with my Scandinavia setting mist. This one is the bridal version. And this is just like my first set. One new powder to try, one powder that I've had forever that has been out of my collection, but it is the Lawless Perfecting Powder. I use the shade Fair. Here is what it looks like on the inside. This is one of my favorite powders of all time. And the other one that I just got is the Morphe Cloud Light. I actually have the shade Dawn, which is their lightest one, and it's vanilla with balancing pink. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this out. Here is what it looks like. But first, I'm going to go in with my Lawless just all over my face just to set it. I don't know if this is helping at all or not, but... And then I'm also just going to take like a brush like this just for my under eyes. I think I'm going to do my brows next. So the NYX Lift and Snatch. This is in the shade Espresso. And then with this, I also actually, it's not a new product. It's the product I've been focusing on for my weekly Wednesday project pan. And it is this It Got to Be 2-in-1 Brow and Edge Gel. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in my brows first, and then I will fill them in with that. Here's what that looks like on that brow. I don't know if it looks good or not. Brows is something that I just am not super great at still. There they are laid down. I'm going to get started on the eye makeup while I let my brows dry. For my primer, I've been using this NYX and Pitizion Shadow Stick. It's just the lightest shade from that collection, but this is several years old, so like I don't even think you can find this anywhere anymore. So I just like it because it's like my skin tone, but it has like a little bit of shimmer to it, which I don't mind. It's not bad. And it's also something that I can use like on its own, or like I've been doing as a shadow base. And for my eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Natasha Denona Gloom palette, mini Gloom palette. This is the newest palette in my collection. I just love this color story. For today, I'm thinking I'm going to go pretty simple. So I'm just going to go with this middle shade, which is Moss. And I'm just going to throw that all over my lid. Just like that. And let me do my other eye really quickly. Here is that. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to go in with this shade right here or like this pinky shade here. I think I'm going to go in with this shade on my eyelid and then this shade, oh my gosh, this shade on my eyelid, this shade on my eyelid, and then this shade on my inner corner. Pretty sure this one is called Zephyr and this one is called Glint. And I'm just going to do that on this whole like mobile lower part of my lid. Just like that. Like super simple, super easy. Part of the reason I love color stories like this is because like there will be days where I want to do something just super simple like this, 2 shadows and I'm done. There will be other days where I will use all 5 shadows in this palette and create a look using all 5 of these shadows because I want to, or I'll use like 3 into that glint. And we're just popping that right into the inner corner. And then I blend it up into like this part of my eyelid to kind of blend those 2 shades together so that it's like not so much of a harsh change between the 2 of them, but more of like a subtle change between the 2 of them. And then I don't typically do a brow highlight anymore. I don't know why, I just haven't been, but I'm going to do one today just because I really love this glint shade. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to tightline my waterline with this NYX eyeliner right here. It is one of their Epic Wear liners in All Time Olive. This is one, I wear this one a lot in the fall because this is my favorite. Like these dark grungier greens are kind of my favorite like color story to go into for fall time. There's what that looks like. Now I'm going to go into the other side. I'm going to attempt to tightline my upper lash line too, but I only have 2 black like stick liners right now that could work for that, and neither one of them are super great, mostly just because they're old. So the one that I'm using right now is the one from Sigma. I remember really liking this and feeling like it was a really good liner when I first got it, but I've had it for a couple of years and I haven't been using it. And so it might just be that it's just old and I haven't used it in a while. We'll find out. I got it to work. That's nice. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to tightline several times a week until this is gone. So I think it just needs to be used and it will be good because I feel like that worked really well. And then to finish off my lower lash line, I'm going to go back into my palette and I am going to mix both this shade here, which is Cinder, I believe, and then Moss, that middle shade. I'm going to mix the 2 of them on the same brush I used for my inner corner and just smoke out that lower lash line with it. Like that. And then let me do my other side real quick. Honestly, that lower lash line is just a hair darker than I wanted it to be. So I'm going to go in back with that brush I used at the very beginning with the shade Moss. I'm just going to go into that first shade, that darker brownish shade, and just add just a little bit. Mostly to this like outer part of my eye, but then I am going to like smoke it clear across just to deepen that up. Just a little, just like that, so that way it's just a hair darker on that eyelid. For my mascara, I'm going to go in, this is the newest mascara to my collection. It is the Makeup by Mario Master Volume Mascara, Master Mascara. It's an okay mascara. I like what it does to my eyelashes. Which you're like, probably like, Jordan, isn't that like the most important thing? No, because I do not like how flaky it gets and how like, by the end of the day, if I have my makeup on for longer than like 4 or 5 hours, I have so much mascara down here underneath my eyes. So I love what it makes my lashes look like. So like it would be good for like family photos, things like that, where I'm only going to be having my makeup done for a few hours. But for all day wear, it just is not a good one for me personally because it does flake off of my lashes so badly. But like, look at the difference. Sorry, my contact was being weird. Between this eye and this eye, like, it's, yeah. And I don't know if other people have that problem with this one, with the flakiness and the smudginess after a while. If it's me, because I do like to do several coats of mascara, typically. I typically like to do like 4 to 5 coats of mascara, honestly. Actually, no, that's a lie. Probably like 2 to 3. But like even now, just putting it on, you can kind of see under this eye, there's a little bit of flakiness under it, and that's just from dry product falling down onto my eye. So while it does amazing, beautiful things to the lashes, it does not do amazing, beautiful things to the rest of my face as it dries and flakes. Okay, I'm going to call that good on my lashes. And then to clean up the flakes, I'm just going to go back in with this brush. For my powder bronzer, I'm just going to go in with, it's an oldie, it's goodie. I wish the company came back like they said they were supposed to do. It is the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. I have the shade Tantastic, but mine, the middle broke out. It is hollow underneath that. I don't know if you can see, but like I've been catching up on some of my favorite YouTubers and they have this bronzer and they've hit pan on it and it's like so full. This one, I've been using it because I'm like, okay, I don't think Marc Jacobs is coming back at this point. It's been so long. Like, let's just try to use it, try to get it used up, see if we can finish it by the end of next year, because there's still a ton of product left in this bronzer. Like, it was the only bronzer that I used for like 2 weeks straight, and it didn't even look like I had touched it. Like, the lines were still in it from the pressing and everything like that. Anyways, but then as I was getting closer to being like, oh, there's a dip in it, I realized it like broke. And I'm like, did they like change the product size at some point? Because I bought this directly from Sephora when they were still in there. So it says it's still supposed to have 25 grams of product in it on the back, but it's hollowed on the inside. And watching these people's videos, I'm like, did they change the amount of product and left everything else the same, but put less product in it and like hollowed it out a little bit? I don't know. But anyway, so because of that, like the inside is broken, and so I have to like be very careful when I'm opening it. For my powder blush, I am going to go into the Tarte Party. There's my blush. For my highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Ofra and Samantha March. I think they call it the Start Inspired highlighter now. But the back of my thing just says at March Beauty Word. All right, let's go in with the Morphe powder next. So this is the side I just did. This is the side without. I would say there's a difference. I would definitely say that there's a little bit of a difference there between the two sides. What do we think? I actually don't mind it. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. I think out of all of the new products I've tried today, which really hasn't been a ton, I think that's my favorite one. Real quick, I'm going to set my face again with this. Now I just need to do my eyebrows. Let's try this NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I was going to say brow marker. I don't know that this is the kind of pen for me. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here's what it looks like so far. And then here's it without. I don't know. Maybe. My brows are definitely not sparse by any stretch of the imagination. So maybe this might be good for me. I think I'm going to call that good. I think if I go any more, I'm going to end up hating it. I don't know how I feel about this left side. I feel like this left side is being way worse and way harder than this right side was. Last but not least is my lips. So I got as a free gift with purchase with that Tirtir concealer, I got this. It's the Tirtir Waterism Glow Tint. And I chose the shade, what shade did I choose? I don't remember. Honey Nut, because I'm like, oh, we're going into the fall. Let's do like a darker shade. Here is what it looks like. So I'm going to go in with the this lip liner by Cosmetics. It is in the shade Foxy. This is one of my favorite lip liners for the fall time. And then we'll go in with this. So here is what it looks like on the applicator. So yeah, it's like a brown with like a reddish tint to it. That is a lot thinner than I expected the formula to be. It's very smooth. It's got a lot of slip to it, so it's very smooth, which I do like. I think it's pretty. So I'm not going to say it was a fail, but I'm not going to say it was a success either, because there were several products that I liked, but then there were just other products that I just need to try a little bit more before I can say whether or not they were a fail or whether or not I thought that they were really good. That is it for this video. If you have tried any of these products, or if there are any products that sparked your interest that you think you might want to try for yourself, let me know down in the comments, and I will come back with a full review here in probably about a month or so after I've had a chance to try all of these a little bit longer, had a chance to get, you know, the right shade of foundation. Anybody? And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do if you enjoyed this video. Also, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up, and we will talk to you all in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing day, just like you are. Bye!